A year after a legal battle over Prince's estate was finally settled, the heirs of the music legend are now suddenly back in court again. This time they're fighting against or among each other over allegations that certain family members are trying to wrongfully seize control.
So the case was filed by two longtime Prince friends who served as managers for the Prince legacy. And then there are now allegations that four of Prince's family members have been improperly trying to be able to force them out of the company.
They argue the move violates the group's operating agreement, but would cause massive damage to efforts to preserve and protect Prince's legacy.
Queen City News Chief Legal Analyst Cliff Rhodes joining us here. So this lawsuit is seeking an immediate injunction blocking any such changes from taking place. So what needs to happen for this injunction for it to be successful? And this gets sticky because you have friends and you got family, and then the friends are like, well, he might not even like you. You know, they're close. I mean, we know this.
I love that. I love that. Well, it's raining outside, but not purple rain. And I can say for sure this
had to get it in.
I had to. This is messy. Those longtime friends who were managers now are taking over the one company, Prince Legacy. They are the ones that filed the claim. And they're attempting to get that injunction because they see that the family members are trying to run amok with his legacy, pun intended. They're trying to destroy the company. And so, as we mentioned in the opening, it took years for this estate to get settled, and it got split down the middle. $156 million estate split between two companies. And the one company who the two managers are representing, they got bundled in with the family. And it's infighting, and it's not the two managers. They're saying the family's asking for just random and outlandish things like, I want to host a party and I want the company to pay for it. I want to make sure that the funds are used. I want to hand-pick managers at my own decision. Well, the two members are saying that's not what our operating agreement says. You have to follow the rules. And because they got frustrated with their pushback, then they tried to sell their shares of the company to the other side. And they said, well, that goes against what the court ordered. And so it seems like these two folks, even in Prince's death, are still protecting him, which is good to see that you have folks that are going to do what your wishes were, was ensure that your legacy lives on.
Sure is keeping the lawyers busy right now on this one, but this isn't the first time that an artist has really been down this way, because Aretha Franklin's family is still battling over their estate in court. So how does this play out?
It's still in court up there in Detroit, where we both spent time. That hallway where the family rushed out and they were frustrated, the Aretha Franklin situation, I was in that courthouse, so I know too well what it looks like to see family break down. But when you're talking about death period, there's always this, infighting, and you would hope that it doesn't happen. But when there's money involved, it seems like it multiplies the situation. I can say this, looking at the facts, would lean on the side of the individuals, the managers that filed the claim. Everything they're listing seems to be in line with what the court originally ordered for them to do, to manage the estate and make sure that you are a fiduciary, not recklessly spending money. Just because you have now earned, received $156 million, you don't need to act like you are making $156 million. You have to protect that. If the company is going to be sustainable, you can't be spending money as if there's money coming in consistently, because it isn't. Now you have to manage that, and that's what they're attempting to do. So I think that injunction is filed to stop them from A, selling their shares, and then B, from trying to handpick family members as security. They were doing a lot of just things that just seem like off the cuff.
I mean, it just gets really messy. I mean, you see it with Michael Jackson, you see it with Aretha Franklin that you mentioned, and now with Prince. I mean, and it's very, very hard, because
if I can say one thing, the last point is that it's good to have family or someone to protect your legacy when you're gone.
Well, but it's also good to have it in writing. And that's what, with the Aretha Franklin case, have it written down on a piece of paper under the couch. I mean, it needs to be a formal, have your legal affairs and
that's why you got a lawyer in the team.